All right, hockey fans, welcome. Huh? Hey, good to see you. Welcome back to the Tacoma Twin Rinks, where it'll be the Littleton Hawks wearing black with white and red trim against HC Fairbanks Hockey Club Fairbanks from Alaska. They're wearing white with black. Might move a little bit away from this bar. We're told that watching the game through the netting is not great, so we're going to try rink side, which is also not ideal, but maybe a little bit better. Try to move down a little bit. So at least have a clear view of the net. All right, as far as I understand, the winner of this game will go to the championship. I think. I think if the Hawks win, we are in the championship. I think if Fairbanks wins, they will be in the championship. It gets complicated. We've got to look into tiebreaker rules and whatnot, but I think the winner of this game will advance to the championship to play Seattle Snow Kings. If it's a tie, then it gets super complicated and depends on the game right after this who makes it to the championship. But let's just win it, and hopefully we won't have to worry about the tiebreaker scenarios too much. All right, here's Trace on the face-off. Controlled to the far side. Fairbanks has it on the defensive end. Steps through, slides it to the center. Breaks it into the zone, but then pushed back out to neutral. That should have been offsides. They didn't call it. And then poked up the boards into our offensive zone. That is Colin back on the ice for the Hawks after sustaining a bit of a knee injury a couple games ago. Good to see him back, and we got a full roster for today's game. Branson is between the pipes. Fairbanks breaks it into the zone. 13-minute periods here, thrown behind the net. That's Cole with it. Gets it up to Zach, but kept in at the blue line and thrown behind the net. Hawks now flip that, and that bouncing puck got out to neutral, but Fairbanks quickly right back into the zone. Fires a wrister from close range for Branson's first save of the day. From the far circle. Sent around the near side boards into the corners. Sorry for the view. The centering pass broken up by the Hawks. That's Cole in the center, but then did trickle in on the net, and Branson had to cover it to freeze it. Our first stoppage, 11:45 left in the first period, 0-0. Off defensive zone face-off. Fairbanks controls it back, fires a wrister. That goes wide of the net. Poke up the boards. That's Tyler on the far boards. Couldn't get it out. Comes to the center. Back on net. Branson had to use his stick to push that one into the far boards. Tyler tries to poke it off the boards and does come out the center. Here's Kellen with a head of steam. Tries to get around the defender. Fires a wrister up and over the net. Kellen quickly back to apply pressure. Now Carson applies pressure. And here Fairbanks tries to break out, but Nolan keeps it in. Pushes it towards the far corner. But now it does come out to neutral. Hawks send that one forward. Kellen gets it again, but held up at the blue line. That one sent on net, saved by Branson and frozen. Still 0-0. 3 shots on goal early here for Fairbanks. There's Bryden to take the face off. Controlled by Fairbanks. Turns around, throws a wrister that didn't get through. Went off of Larry, I believe. Centering pass got deflected behind the net. Larry gets to it, pokes it up the boards. Kai now sends it up the boards, and it's broken out. This is Bryden with it. But now Fairbanks takes it away. Bryden still on the forecheck. Goes down, slides into the boards. Kai on the poke at the blue line, but they're going to say it came out. So that's an offsides. Bryden on the face-off, just outside our offensive zone. Controlled again by Fairbanks. Kai on the forecheck. Flip behind the net. Hits the brakes, reverses course, sends it up towards the blue line, intercepted. That pass thrown towards the net, and he had to jump on it quickly and freeze it as the puck was heading through the crease. 10-12 left in the first period.
Go, Fairbanks! Get it out!
Riding on the face-off, controlled to the near side, but Fairbanks takes it away, skates it behind the net.
Get it out!
Comes back towards this near side. Ilya steps in to break that up, and now Fairbanks skates in, takes it away, flips it around to the far corner. And centering pass taken away. That's Christian with it. Sends that one behind the net. Fairbanks sends it on further. Ilya stepping up to keep it deep. Good job by Ilya to keep it deep in the zone. First time we're having a little puck possession here in our offensive zone, but now Fairbanks takes it away, and they'll break out. Coming up through center, a 1-on-4. Good back check by Kai to break that up. Still thrown on net. Branson had to make a kick save. Now that centering pass bounces to a Fairbanks defender. Comes back and forth. Christian takes it away. Back to Fairbanks. And here they come again. Flips it deep. Ilya was stepping up to apply some pressure. He flipped it by him. Gets it behind the net. Fairbanks has it. Circling through the zone. Gets it poked off of his stick. And now sent out to neutral, but Fairbanks intercepts it. Comes back into the zone, offsides. Neutral zone face-off. That is Trace, I believe, on the face-off. Hawks win it, sends it forward. Good pass, finds Colin. He dumps it into the corner. That's Zach applying pressure. Now Trace with it. Sends it up to the blue line. Cole with it. Sends it towards the net. Deflection comes right through the slot, but Colin gets it. Flips it into the corner. That's Zach, I think, with it. Tries a centering pass, but that's intercepted by Fairbanks, and they'll break it out, but sends it all the way through, all the way down. That should go for icing. It does. All right, Trace on the face-off. Poke up the boards by Fairbanks, but not out. Held at the line briefly, but now it comes out, and Nolan has to send it back towards our zone. Trace chasing after it. Can't get to it. Fairbanks throws that one through. They're going to say no icing as Cole had a chance to play it, but it went by him. He reverses course, sends it back to himself in the corner. Good pass up to Trace. 3-on-2 if we hurry. Trace comes through the center. Tries to get around defender, does, gets it on his backhand, spins around, centering pass, finds Colin, but deflected and didn't get through. Kept deep by Rhett. Fairbanks tries to break out, deflecting puck, finds Nolan, high slot, wrister, blockered down by the Fairbanks goalie to the far boards. This, I believe, is Tyler. He sends that one just wide of the net. Fairbanks trips our player, no call as he goes hard into the boards. Kellen with it. He receives a check in the corner also. Now that was Carson, throws that one through the slot. Tyler chases it down on the far board, spins around, gets supply pressure, poke off of his stick, and then poke off of Rhett's stick. Tyler has to hustle back and takes it away. Sends it off the boards. Now poked into the zone by Carson. Fairbanks with it, spins around. Good puck possession here by the Hawks. We're starting to get our feet moving a little bit. Larry with it. Pass just too wide of Kellen, and that's going to go for icing. He didn't throw that one too hard towards Kellen, but it was just hard enough and just wide enough that it goes all the way down for icing. Defensive zone draw. He tripped over the puck, but it got caught up underneath him, and Tyler couldn't pick it out of there. Fairbanks flips that one aside, but then whiffed on the pass. But then second attempt brought it back out to neutral. Here comes Fairbanks through the center. Hard wrister goes in, top shelf, just into the corner. He skated right into center ice and then fired a wrister from the slot, and it beat Branson on the stick side, top shelf. Good shot, 1-0 Fairbanks.
Do it again.
All right, here's Bryden on the face-off. 1-0 early in the early goings. Still has it. Gets caught up under his feet, but now sends it to the far side blue line. Sent in on net. Hawks with it behind the net. I'm not sure who that is. Now that one passed all the way across. Really nice pass. Finds Christian on this near side. 3-on-2. Sent on net. Gloved it wide of the net. That's Bryden, sends it into the crease, and the goalie has to jump on top of it and freeze it. So good pressure, good response after that first goal. 6:08 left in the first period. Scoreboard says shots are 5-3 in favor of Fairbanks. This will be Bryden on the face-off. Fairbanks has it briefly. Now sent along the boards, flipped up towards the blue line. Ilya keeps it in, sends that one towards the net, goes just wide. Looking for a deflection, didn't get it. Kai sends it deep, poked back along the boards by Bryden. Now Fairbanks sends it up this near side, and they're going to send that one all the way down. I think that is going to be hard enough for icing. It is. 5:42 left in the first period. Trace on the face-off. Colin comes in to try and pick it out of there, but can't do it. Fairbanks breaks out with it. Here they come up the near boards. Good defense there by Trace and someone else. I can't tell who. That was Ilya, I believe. Now pushed up the boards on the far side. That's Zach applying pressure. But Fairbanks comes away with it. Steps aside of one Hawks player. Comes through the slot. Gets it poked off of the stick by Ilya, but recovers it and sent a wrister on net that Branson had to make a save on. Rebound cleared out of the way, but Fairbanks had it, lost an edge. Sends it around the far corner. Poked off the boards, but not out. Cole is down there, and another Hawks player that I can't see. Centering pass to the high slot, pushed towards the lower slot. Still with it. Good poke from behind by Trace to break it up, but kept in at the blue line. Here come the Hawks the other way. This is Colin with it. He looks pretty good so far for Colin. That's good to see. But Fairbanks clears it out of the zone. Now Nolan with it. Sends that one to the far side of the ice. Good pass. Zach with it. Sends that one through the slot. Goes just wide. Colin fighting for it in the corner. Trace comes away with it. Makes a move. Got between a couple defenders, but then lost it into the corner. Missed on the check. Trace centering pass. Finds Zach in the crease, and his shot from close range. Fairbanks goalie makes the save. Still 1-0. 4:16 left in the first period. Here's Carson on the face-off. Gets caught up underneath the ref. Sent to the blue line. Nolan with it. Sends that one wide of the net. Tyler looking for a high deflection. Couldn't get it. He pushes it back deep. Kellen chases after it, but pushed into this near corner. And now Kellen, good check, was able to separate him from the puck, and they're keeping it deep. Kellen chases after it, but couldn't get to it. Fairbanks gets there first. Sent up the boards. Rhett steps in, though. Good defensive play there to keep it in at the blue line. Now bounced off the boards. Rhett with it again. Sends it to Tyler in the corner. He pushes it with a backhand behind the net. Kellen applying pressure. Back and forth they go. Now flipped out of the zone, and that's going to go all the way down. A rolling puck on edge goes down for icing. .329 left in the first period. All right, there is Bryden on the face-off. Comes back to Rhett. He reverses course, tries to push it deep, but gets it deflected off his stick. And here comes Fairbanks back the other way. Tries to flip it in, broken up, but they retain possession. Splits a couple defenders, comes on the net. Branson had to kick that one aside, and I believe the net came off the moorings. .313 left in the first period. 1-0 Fairbanks. Net came off, so we'll have a defensive zone draw here. And I believe that is Bryden down there. Face off one clean by Fairbanks. High slot. Wrister goes off a stick and into the boards. Another shot from the point. Goes wide of the net. Now Kai sends that one off the boards, but no, deflected deep. This is Cole with it. He sends it all the way around. Not out. That one on net. Branson had to use a stick to push that one to the corner. Here's Kai with it. Centering pass. Finds a Fairbanks player, but out to neutral. Now sent back in. That's Cole applying some pressure. Now Larry gets it behind the net. Sends it up the boards. That's Christian. He tries to get it out. Can't. Sends it to the blue line. That shot towards the net got deflected down, but wide of the net. Bryden comes in, tries to lift his stick. Fairbanks retains possession, spins around, centering pass intercepted by Kai. And he does get it out of the zone, tries to get it to Christian, but too many sticks in the way and he can't get it through. Christian again pushes that one into the zone, quickly back out by Fairbanks. And now Fairbanks breaks in again. Bryden trying to back check, can't get him. That shot fired wide of the net, kept at the blue line. From the point, stick saved by Branson. And now this is Cole with it. Tries to step around a defender, but poked off his stick. 3-on-1 here. Good defensive play to get a stick on that. A good pass broken up by Larry. Collision in the corner. Hawks player goes down. He's slow to get up, but he is getting up. Here comes Christian out of the zone, but he lost it. And kept here in center ice. Alaska skates it back into the zone. Gets around Larry. He's got an open attempt here. Branson, a great save. Sends it to the far boards. Now Kai able to get it out. He's spun off of his feet. There's a 100-pound difference in those two players right there. Kai going up against the bigger Alaska player. And Branson making another save to freeze it with 1:18 left in the period. Good surge here by Fairbanks. Hawks need to respond. Tilt the ice back the other direction. Hawks control the face-off. This is Ilya with it. Pass all the way through the zone. Good pass, finds Zach. Zach dumps it in, but intercepted by Fairbanks. But now Bryden with it. Or that's Trace. Centering pass goes into the crease. He gets tripped after delivering that pass goes down hard. It trickled through to this near side boards. Colin had it briefly. Fairbanks pushes it around. Now Trace applies pressure. Hawks still have it. Tries centering pass, but couldn't get it through. Now the Fairbanks. Good poke. Good step by Ilya to keep it in. And then Collins sends it deep around the boards. Trace applying pressure on the forecheck. He was about to take it away, but lost an edge, and Fairbanks clears it. Here comes Fairbanks back the other way. Gets around one defender, sends that one on net. Branson pushes that one into the boards. Branson lost his stick behind the net. Here comes Colin breaking out. But Fairbanks gets it back. Branson goes and retrieves his stick behind the net. All is well with him. Colin applying pressure on the forecheck here. Gets it and finds a centering pass. That one-timer by Tyler went up wide of the net. And now Tyler hands it off to Colin. And that is the end of the first period. A little bit of pressure applied by the Hawks there to end the period. Got a little surge. Hopefully we can get a little momentum going. All right, we start the second period down one in what I believe is a make it or break it game. We win and we're in, I believe. If we lose, we are out. If we tie, it's complicated. All right, Carson, Tyler, Kellen.
Go, Fairbanks. Go, boys.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'll try. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you. I'll tell you now.
All right, thank you. All right, here we go to begin the second period. Carson on the faceoff wins it to Tyler. Tyler skates into the zone. Got it poked off of his stick briefly, but still fighting for it and got it. As he shoved into the boards, he sends it behind the net. Poked up the boards by Fairbanks. Rhett has to step in to keep it deep. And sent all the way through. They're going to say no icing. Branson will play that one to Larry. Sends it off the boards. One-timer attempt for Fairbanks. Didn't get through. Still has it. Fires a shot. Blocked by Larry, I think. Or no, yeah, Larry. He sends it forward. Here's Kellen with it. Got a chance. Fires a wrister off the post. Carson now with it. Sends that one in the center. Tyler, a one-timer from the slot. Kick save by Fairbanks. Great pressure, but a great save by the goalie. Maintains the 1-0 lead. Larry applies pressure, sent towards the net, and Branson jumps on it and freezes it. Best scoring opportunities for the Hawks maybe so far this game. Kellen sent it off the pipe, and then Tyler with a one-timer from the slot. But a great kick save keeps it 1-0. Face off in our defensive zone, controlled by Fairbanks. Spins around and fires it. Good save by Branson. Kicks it into the corner. Up the boards, but not out. Kept in. Sent on net. Another save by Branson. Pushes it into the corner. And now slid forward. Kept in at the blue line. And here's an opportunity for Fairbanks from the slot, but pass attempt got deflected. Still finds a Fairbanks player, but now Cole with it. Passes it up to Kai. Looking for some help. Flips it up to Bryden, who flips that one by the Fairbanks defender. But then they take it away. Spin around, stuck in the corner. Kai comes in to get it. Pushes that one along the boards. He's shoved down, but manages to get it back. Flips it behind him to the corner. Here's Christian with it. He spins around, loses it behind the net, still reaching for it. Kai flips it back behind the net. Bryden and Kai applying pressure on the forecheck. Cole steps in to poke that one deep, but here comes Fairbanks back the other way. Splits the defenders, is tripped down at the blue line. No call by the refs. Letting them play so far this game. No penalties so far in this game. Halfway through almost. Sent to the near side blue line. Steps in, centering pass. Fairbanks sends it to the far side from the far circle. That shot, good save by Branson. Pushes that one beside the net. Keeps it 1-0. Sent out to neutral. Kai applying pressure, blocks that one down, is able to get it into our offensive zone. Good hustle by Kai. Fairbanks, though, is able to break that one out. Good step by Cole, though. He's got to hold up at the blue line to let us get back on sides. He still has it. Sends that one in the center. Good pass, but couldn't quite connect. Here comes Fairbanks back the other way. Good back check by Cole to break that up. But Fairbanks still has it. Fires a wrister from the odd angle. Good save by Branson. And here comes Trace coming up the near side boards. He flips that one in deep and he'll chase after it. Not sure who that is back there. Trace and someone else. Tries a wraparound on the far post. Denied. Brought around to this near side. Into the corner. I think that's Trace with it. Finds, I think, Zach. Centering pass finds, I think that was Ilya. No, that was Colin. His wrister saved up and over the net. Still fighting for it. That's Colin behind the net. Still has it. Reverses course. Bounces it off the boards to himself, but he stood up along the boards. Trace now applying pressure. Now Zach in there. But now Fairbanks gets it out. Oh, kept at the blue line. No, they're going to say it came out. Larry tried to keep it in, kicked it to himself, but it just trickled over the blue line. 9:18 left in the second period. Still 1-0. Here is Carson on the face-off. One to the near side, but Tyler couldn't control it. Here comes Fairbanks back the other way. Rhett applying some pressure. Good save by Branson from an odd angle. Tried to poke his stick in there, but Branson was standing strong. Well, squatting strong. Faceoff comes right into the slot. Slides it back to the high slot, but then poked out to neutral. Kellen had it. Now that's Carson with it. Gets it onto his forehand. Shoots that one just wide of the net. Fairbanks tries to break out, and they do. And Rhett lost an edge, but the Hawks are hustling back to help out. Hits the brakes on the far circle, sends it wide of the net. Rhett pokes that one, but fights for it in the corner. Carson comes in to help. Finds another Fairbanks player from the near circle. He skated into the slot and slid that one just wide of the net. Hawks applying pressure behind the net, but Fairbanks retains control, sends it off the boards out to the point. Kept in at the blue line, sent on net, looking for a deflection, and that one goes into Branson's belly, and he's able to catch it and freeze it. 8:17 left in the second period. Shots are 17-6 in favor of Fairbanks per the scoreboard here in the early, well, it's not so early anymore. We're about halfway through the game. Face-off controlled by Fairbanks again. Comes into the slot. Backhander saved by Branson. Rebound saved by Branson. Christian tries to get it out, loses it, and it's kept in at the blue line. Sent on net. Stick saved by the goalie, by Branson. But that one's sent off the side of the net. Comes back to him. Another one off the side of the net. Cole pushes it up the boards. Here's Christian with it. He pokes that one, but can't get it by the Fairbanks defender. Shot on goal. Branson with the save. .7:45 left in the second period. 1-0 Fairbanks. Defensive zone face-off here coming up. That's Trace, I believe, in the circle. Larry comes away with it. And now pokes it up the boards, but not out. Kept at the blue line. Now sent hard off the boards, and that one does trickle through center ice. Sent back into the zone by Fairbanks. Ping pongs back and forth. Now he skates into the zone, but loses it. Larry with it. Takes his time, assesses the situation, but can't get it out. Fired on net. Branson smothers it. And that's going to be the 22nd shot of the game for Fairbanks. Peppering Branson here in this contest. Here's Trace in the circle. Won by Fairbanks. Sends that wrister on net again. Another save. Another frozen puck. That face-off comes out clean to the high slot. Fairbanks pings pong. Score to get the equalizer. Still 1-0. Defensive zone face-off, controlled towards the center, but the Hawks skate away with it. This is Colin. No, that's Ilya with it. Centering pass intercepted, but now Rhett is able to get it, push it up the boards, intercepted by Fairbanks. Good check from behind to separate him from the puck. That was Christian. Playing physical, stepped aside, and thrown towards this near side board. So Christian racing after it, but Fairbanks will get there first. Makes a move here at the blue line, slides it forward, but not in. Now it's in the zone. Ilya chasing after it. Bryden comes away with it. We're down to 2:07 left in the game. Bryden trying to split some people and does. Still has the puck. Fires it onto his forehand. Saved by the Fairbanks goalie, and the rebound is cleared out by the defender. Kept at the blue line briefly. Now it's hung up on the blue line. A pile up in front of the net. And who's involved? Of course, it's Kai. Now comes the puck out to Ilya. He fires that one towards the net, goes wide of the net. The goalie is still in the net, and here comes Ilya going back to get the puck. Branson started to make a move towards the bench, but went back as Fairbanks got possession back. Now it comes back to a Fairbanks player. Friendly fire collision in front, sent on the net, goes just wide. We're down to 1:19 left in the game. Got to get this in our offensive zone so we can pull the goalie. Rhett goes after it, but a much bigger player is able to shove him out of the way. Now the Hawks break out. This will be the opportunity to pull Branson. He heads towards the bench. Here's Christian with it. Gets around one defender, heads to the far circle, fires it on net, and a glove save. Freezes it with 57.8 seconds left, and now the Hawks are going to take their timeout. Exhausting game. This has been the most even tournament that I feel like I've ever been a part of. Every single team could go either way. Shots are 30-18 in favor of Fairbanks. We've been applying some pressure here in the third, though, but just have not been able to get the equalizer. So an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Hawks here. 57.8 seconds left. Branson will stay on the bench. 6-on-5 hockey here for the final minute of play. Here's Trace on the faceoff. Winner goes to the championship game later today. Fairbanks controlled it, but poked off of his stick. Kellen with it to Trace. Sends it towards the slot. Couple Hawks are there. Goes on net. And the whistle by the refs. They lost sight of the puck, and they called it. .47 seconds left. Trace on the faceoff. That one deflects to the high slot. Nolan fires a wrister, deflected wide of the net. Sent back to the crease, bouncing puck sent out of harm's way. Fairbanks will get to it. Fires an end towards the empty net, and they score. Fired that one from 100 feet away, and he was able to find, just barely got it into the side of the net for the empty netter. Puck was bouncing around in the crease on this left side and just could not bury it, and it's 2-0 Fairbanks. Fairbanks controls the faceoff. They'll skate in the zone. Branson back in the net. 26 seconds left. They'll pull him again, I'm guessing, if we can get the puck down to this side. Here come the Hawks back the other way. Passes through. Oh, intercepted by Fairbanks. They'll skate it back into the zone. Shot. Saved by Branson. Deflecting puck sent all the way through the slot again. Fairbanks steps up. Another wrister goes high and wide. We're under 10 seconds. Colin pushes that one down. And then Zach chases after it. Puck thrown off the boards all the way down. And that'll do it. Fairbanks prevails. 2-0. They will advance to the championship game.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think the winner of this game was going to go. They were guaranteed in, I think.